defense. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Vikings at 4-5, a game under 500. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended receiver.
And it's second down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Here's Milton.
Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
To throw, it's Milton. This one brought in by Jefferson. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Lions will take over.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Yeah, what the fuck? These blockers keep getting in my fucking way, bro.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second and 10. In motion, Slayton.
Goff now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He was looking that time for Jamison Williams.
And it's third down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run in the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first.
And he likes to call cover 3 a lot. One of those guys, huh? Cover 3, cover 3, cover 3. I got something for your ass. Played against a nigga like you the other day. I was never cover 3.
Remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
In motion, the tight end.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
We're scoreless after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Gibbs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from the 1. Montgomery
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Throwing is Milton. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Fucking lucky you used him. I was about to get that insult.
Now Milton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell.
Check down.
But not before picking up 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. He can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get to the...
What is it with this league, man? All dudes do in this league is throw checkdowns and run the ball. Niggas don't be scared of shit to throw down the field.
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Yeah, learn how to throw that ball, partner.
Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Milton now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Milton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Looking to throw. Milton. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 20, here's second down and 3. To throw is gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gone. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. You could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this
Fucking 98 speed, and this motherfucker can't outrun him. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck's the point of having 98 speed?
Sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throw left side, complete to Ross.
He's still throwing checkdowns.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little
All these niggas play the same in this league.
in the first half of play.
Checkdowns and run the ball.
Defense, they played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. From the gun, here's Rattler. Under pressure, they got him again. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back.
And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
St. Brown in motion right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
No, I don't got to fucking rush. They play fucking smooth.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what?
Yeah, these fucking offensive linemen keep getting in my fucking way, bro. This nigga stays calling cover 3.
Someone assigned to how did each play work? Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Goff.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. 17 yards on the
You calling cover 3, bro. You didn't call it that time, bro. You're being too predictable. I just woke up, too. I didn't just wake up. I would have been up like 21 points right now. But I don't like to play when I first wake up. I'm not focused.
At the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now it's Goff. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. He's still barreling through.
Check downs and run the ball. That's how this dude does.
Before they reach the 50. That one good for 20 on the catch.
He hasn't passed 5 yards once.
All the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Towards the end zone for Brown.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler. He's going deep for Brown.
Come on, man. My nigga was right there. That's some straight bullshit.
Touchdown number 60. And the Vikings are back within a score.
That was the luckiest shit I've ever seen, my nigga. I was there before him.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie.
It's the same fucking
rookie season
drive, too.
is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Shifts by him. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll go again with Gibbs. Down the left sideline.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good to make it 17-7.
Next to score, Lions 17, Vikings 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Vikings take over first and 10. And they're on the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And some space here.
Run that ball. Get rid of that clock. Do my job for me.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Now Rattler.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
From the shotgun, Rattler. He's going deep for Brown. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go. Here's Rattler. That is caught. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing once more. Here's Rattler. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler. This one swung out here to Jones. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
That's good. For Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the air is Rattler. Throw left side complete. That's Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Rattler going to look to throw again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and then it'll be second down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Runs over him. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The give, right side for Gibbs.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Wow, that's like the 5th time the fucking offensive line got him in the fucking way, bro.
That time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Yo, that is some straight bullshit.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
This is 1st and 10.
I should have just fucking went for it. It was gonna be right there.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now.
This dude just picked it up over him. This shit is crazy. I should have just fucking went for it. This nigga keeps going to that same fucking vertical. God, this game's over anyway. This nigga just picked it up over him like it was nothing. That's the second time he did that shit too.
He recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one.
Looks like they blitzed this whole team, huh? Okay, do that shit again, nigga.
They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This defense starting
Hey, blitz your whole team again.
they need to, and right now they're
Go
winning
ahead.
this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Goff going to throw it. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3, 4th down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They throw it out right complete. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Detroit, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.